guys, me again. So it's Monday today. I hope you all had a lovely weekend and enjoyed your day on Sunday. So I'm going to do a fake away tonight. Don't usually do one on a Monday, but I thought it would be a nice treat for my son because he and I didn't do that much cooking yesterday. I did a bit of a buffet for everybody and we had like pizza and salads and bread rolls. It was really easy but really good. So yes, so the first thing I'm going to do, I've boiled the kettle. So I've got rice noodles and I'm going to add some boiling water to them and just let them soak. I've got some chicken dippers here. You can use chicken chunks or any chicken you like. I like using these because they're already battered. And usually I do 4 each and cut them up, but there was only 15 left in the bag and they've been in the freezer a while now, so they need eating. They're on. Noodles soaking. Usually I plan this in advance, so I do the rice the day before because it's just so much better to cook with, but obviously change of plans, so I didn't think ahead. So I'm going to boil some rice. My dad's given me some duck spring rolls. I think he got these from Home Bargains. They're not from Asda, so I thought, yeah, I'd do some duck spring rolls. I've got that stir-fried veg that he's cooking. I'm going to add some more bean sprouts to it, and then I'm going to do it with honey and soy sauce. I'm just going to get a fork and just gently tease these noodles apart. And sometimes they can stick together. Sometimes I do 2 nests of noodles. I don't know if I should do 2 and the rice. I think this will be plenty with the stir-fried veg. Yeah, I'll just do 1 noodles tonight. There we go, and I leave these for about 5-10 minutes and then drain the hot water off them and put cold water on them to stop them cooking. Otherwise they go like really mushy and they are not nice. Oh, I can't wait to eat this now, I'm hungry. Okay, so once everything's done and I'm on to the next stage, I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so the rice has come up to the boil now. It's been boiling maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I've put a lid on it and I've just turned it off because it'll cook now on its own, and you know, with the price of energy going up and gas and all that lot, you don't need to keep it on, so just turn the heat off, put a lid on it, don't lift the lid, don't peek at it, nothing. I'm doing the boil in the bag rice, so it's absolutely fine. But even when I just do like loose rice, I know that's the way I cook it anyway. So yeah, turn it off. I forgot about the noodles. So they were in a little bit longer than 5 minutes, but I've saved them just in time, and now I've rinsed them in cold water, and these are sticking together ever so slightly. They will pull apart though, so they haven't got mushy. They're still quite firm with a, you know, like a bit of a bite to them, because we'll be cooking them again at the end, and that's when we don't want them to go too mushy. So if you cook them a little bit under, you know, like al dente, they'll just be perfect by the time the rest of the stir fry is cooked. I also forgot peas. I got some peas out of the freezer for the egg fried rice, and obviously an egg. There we go. Okay, I've just put the duck spring rolls in. The rice is nearly ready, and I've got the veg here. Look, all that veg in a frying pan with a little bit of oil ready. Don't know if you saw the video or if you remember, but ages and ages ago I went to Home Bargains with my dad and they had these little sauces for either 29p or 39p. Yeah, this one is a chow mein one with soy sauce, ginger and spring onion. So I think I'm going to do that in the noodles and turn it into a bit of a chow mein. What I did forget to show you, so this is another thing I use in my fakeaways, is minced ginger paste, and it's just like a jar like that and it lasts ages. If I think it needs using, I put it into ice cubes, into an ice cube tray, freeze it and then just use an ice cube as I want it. Love ginger, I love pickled ginger. So this will just, does it have garlic? Yes, it has garlic as well in it, and sometimes I put garlic in whatever I have. Usually with my noodles I add garlic and ginger and a bit of soy sauce, but I'm going to use this instead today. I'm going to turn the veg on. Now then, if you like your veg in your stir fry like really crunchy, al dente, you know, raw, not quite cooked, heat the oil up first and then chuck everything in. My family like it quite soft, we like it really well cooked. So I've just put the oil in and I've just turned it on now, and I'll cook that really, really well. What I want to do though is start the honey and soy sauce. So I'm going to get a saucepan. Now I like to do the sauce beforehand. I like to cook it a bit. This soy sauce is really nice, it's lovely and it was really cheap, but it's really, really strong. So I just put a bit in. I don't measure, sorry guys. And then I add water to it. And then I'm just going to let that boil and it should reduce, and then in the end I add some honey to it to sweeten it up a little bit. Right, I'm going to cook the veg now. Okay, in my veg I've got the carrot, onions, I've got green cabbage, like spring greens, and I've also got white cabbage and bean sprouts. I've added some more bean sprouts, so those kind of things. You can put mushroom, peppers, any veg you like, anything. It can be frozen if you like. Sometimes we like broccoli in it. You know, if you don't like cabbage, don't put it in, because, you know, there's just no point. So put whatever you like in, and when I cook them I add garlic and ginger. You know, this is if you haven't got a paste or sauce and I'm cooking it from scratch and not cheating. Yeah, I add garlic, soy sauce and ginger, and it's just, oh, it's lovely. So put any veg in, you know, cabbage, bean sprouts, carrots, onions. They're really, really cheap. Really cheap to buy, and really tasty. It's really nice. My son doesn't eat mushrooms, he doesn't like them, so I don't put them in. Yeah, anything can be put into a stir fry. I have some edamame beans in the freezer, and if my son ate them too, well, he does sometimes. I sometimes stick that in. You can use red cabbage, you know, make it a bit more colourful, whatever you like. Right, so the veg is nearly done now, quite soft. I'm just going to add the sauce to it. And just turn the heat off. Mine's an electric cooker, so once I turn the heat off it takes a while for it to cool down. You know, like if you're on gas it's instantly off, but with electric it isn't, so it'll still carry on cooking for a bit. Okay, I'm going to add the honey to the soy sauce now, and because there's only just like a little bit left in the jar, I'm just going to add some hot water in here and give it a shake. If you put a spoon in boiling hot water and then try and get your honey out, it doesn't stick to the spoon. There we go. Done, empty jar. And I'm going to keep that jar and reuse it for something. Okay, so the rice is done, absolutely perfect, and it's boiled up to a boil. Let it boil for 1 to 2 minutes, put a lid on it, turn the heat up, and it's done. Lovely. What I'm going to do now is the egg fried rice. Oh, and if you noticed, I don't have a wok. I've had a wok in the past, but it just doesn't work on this cooker, so there's no point. So I just do my veg and everything in a frying pan. But my rice I'm going to do in the saucepan. I just crack it and put it in. And what I do is I fry my egg first, because if you mix it into the rice it goes really soggy, so you want to fry the egg and scramble that first before putting the rice in. You can add 1 egg or 2 eggs, it's entirely up to you. My little boy hates egg, so when he sees bits of egg in it, I tell him it's the rice that has exploded when I was frying it, because he does like egg. It's just the thought of him eating it, he doesn't like it. And it's a really good source of protein as well. Always after sneaky ways of getting stuff in him. But you want your egg to be quite dry. You don't want it too runny like your scrambled eggs, because it'll make your rice stick together. And there we go, that's done. So the egg's done now. I'm just going to add the rice. Added the rice and add the peas. These are cold, they don't need much cooking, they just need heating through really. I defrosted them in some boiling water. And then I just add some, a little bit of soy sauce just to give it that colour like you would in a Chinese. It comes out a little bit brown, doesn't it? It's not, boiled rice is always white, but egg fried rice has that lovely colour on it. And there's probably people watching at me screaming at the TV, you know, saying that I'm doing it wrong, or at the computer screen. But this is just how I do it, and it's a really cheap way of doing it. Right, I'm going to have a tidy up now because it looks like a bomb's gone off in here, and then I'll be back. So I'm just serving this up now, and I put the rice in a plastic container. I've got the stir-fried veg here, and I'm just going to add the noodles. I've drained them, and I'm literally just going to stir the noodles through. The veg is still warm enough, it'll heat the noodles through now. I'm not cooking them too much. Oh, This smells absolutely lovely. And I'm just going to put that in a plastic container as well. Duck spring rolls. Then what I do with the chicken dippers is I cut them up. Sometimes what I do is I add a tin of pineapple. So my son doesn't really like sweet and sour sauce, but he will have chicken and pineapple. So it's a bit like soy sauce and honey, and then I add the pineapple as well to make it a little bit sweeter, not so much of the honey. Okay. And then I just get a little bit of this and drizzle it over and mix it all in so it's coated, but the batter doesn't get too soggy, but there's some taste on there. And then I get the rest of it and put in a jug. And there we have the fake away. So we've got chicken with honey and soy sauce, we've got chow mein noodles there, egg fried rice, duck spring rolls and some extra sauce there. And this will feed the three of us, and my son will have some to go to school with tomorrow for lunch. So much cheaper than a takeaway, and really it didn't take that long to do. I'm going to put lids on this now and serve it, and yeah, my little boy loves it. He thinks it's ace, even, you know, just because I put it in these containers. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.